and this time in connection to the Uttarakhand forest fire that continued to rage on. Now, the top court has summoned the Uttarakhand Chief Secretary as well. The Uttarakhand Chief Secretary has been asked to appear before the top court on May 17. This is the Supreme Court that is now questioning the state government as well and also is asking about its response. The top court has said that this is a lackadaisical approach as far as the Uttarakhand government is concerned, and the Supreme Court has prohibited forest officials' deployment for the poll duties. Harish joins us on the broadcast to get us more details on this. Harish, the Supreme Court, earlier also we had discussed how the Supreme Court had taken cognizance of the matter, the fact that the fires continued to rage on, and at some level there also was a lack of coordination between authorities and failure on the part of the state government, and now the top court clearly pulling up the government over this.
Yes, a big development as far as Uttarakhand forest fires are concerned. Supreme Court has summoned the Uttarakhand Chief Secretary and he has to appear before the court on May 17. Supreme Court has criticized the state government's ineffectual response to the ongoing forest fires. The court expressed its dissatisfaction over the lackadaisical approach of the Uttarakhand government and issued a mandate prohibiting deployment of forest officials or department vehicles for election duties. Earlier, state apprised the Supreme Court about the steps taken to control the raging fires, and that only 0.1% of the wildfire cover in the state was on fire due to such incidents, and it is wrong that and misleading to say that 40% was on fire. But the bench observed that whatever is the extent of the fire, cloud seeding and or depending on rain god is not the answer to the issue, and the state has to take preventive measures. The court, in fact, was also told that land mafia is behind all the most of the forest fires. In fact, 380 cases of forest fire were attributed to man-made causes, and it was told to court that once a fire happens in a particular land area, then there is an application filed before authorities to change the land use and for some alternative construction. That itself is a proof that land mafia is behind it, and also the residue is sold as coal in the Uttarakhand markets, and there is also belief that this is another intention behind forest fires. And benches apprising besides apprising the bench of several other steps taken by the government, the state council said 350 criminal cases have been lodged in connection with forest fires, and 62 people have been named in those. And from a note, he pointed out that the phenomenon of forest fires was not new to
Right, Harish, very pertinent questions being asked there by the Supreme Court of India, and also the Uttarakhand government not being let off the hook as well. This, of course, we will continue to keep a track on the developments that come in, because this is, of course, something which is on a massive scale, and now the Uttarakhand government will also have to be responsible and answer all of these questions in the Supreme Court.